Alright, so this is the install video for the Magwell for the competitor or the metal frames. Now, they go on just the same as our full-size EDC or competition Magwells for the polymer frames, but there's sometimes a little bit difference in the tolerances of the frame because it's a metal part attaching with another metal part. This is nice and tight. We have no issues. These are the first two frames that we had that we designed the Magwell off of. This one is pretty tight as well. I will say after running it for a bit, there is just a little bit of slight movement. The competitor that we just got in, the Magwell goes on just the same, but it has a little bit more movement. Because of that, you know, once the pin's in there, pin slides in like normal. It actually, you know, drops in pretty easy, so there's a bit of tolerance issues there, but it has a little bit of movement. Kind of hear a little bit of a rattle. So, easiest way to fix that, because we can't make it perfect for every frame. If we made it too tight, worked great for this one, would not go on that one. So, easy way to fix it is take just a little bit of Scotch tape, just a small little bit, and if you take the tape on the front edge there, wrap it over top so that it'll all be covered up once the Magwell's in place. Take the Magwell, put it on there, you don't see anything, and see already that's much tighter. You don't see anything on the inside, nothing on the outside, so that is basically just taking up that tolerance gap right there. Another thing you can do, because that pin went in so easy, turned so easy, it didn't have much resistance at all like it usually does on the polymer frames, or it did on this one as well. You know, so you see there's still a little bit. It's better. You don't have that rattle because it is now tighter up there, but the back of it has a little bit of looseness. So you could also take a piece of tape and put it more on the back here. A very small piece of tape. What I'm actually going to do is split the tape, put a little bit on this side. It's still a little bit big. So I'm going to split it again. Take a little bit over here, and a little bit over here. Now ideally, this is not what you would want to do, and I feel bad having to do this, but because we can't control the tolerances of what Smith & Wesson is making the metal frames to, this is the simplest and easiest fix. If this continues to be a problem, because even this frame, you can hear that rattle. That is nice and tight on that frame, nice and tight on that frame. So, which this is a plastic injection mold part here. So the tolerances on this could be off. It could be this piece, not the actual frame itself. But it's a machine part. Sometimes tolerances are going to be a little bit off from machine to machine. Our parts we machine in the same machine, all of them, because we're a small company. But when you're working with a big company like Smith & Wesson, they have multiple machines making the same parts. So there was a little bit of tape sticking out. I fixed that so you can't see it at all. Stick the pin back in it. Turn it. Still just a bit of movement, but there's absolutely no rattle except for that. You can still hear that, but there's no rattle on the Magwell itself. It feels much more snug, much more secure. I personally wouldn't worry about that at all. The rattle itself is what bugs me and most people, that if it did have a little bit of movement. This would be completely safe long term. There's no issues with it. It's safe the other way without doing anything. If it's got that little bit of movement, it's not going to hurt anything, but it might bug you just like it bugs me. So that is the easy way to take up that little bit of slack that could occur on the metal frame. Like I said, as we continue to do these, continue to see different frames, hopefully we can get a better fix. But for right now, because the metal frame is still new, we're not exactly sure what the tolerance range is, and making a metal part to mate with a metal part is difficult for tolerances. This is the best way to tighten that up. If you have any questions, please give us a call. Let us know if you have any issues as well with yours, so that we can get the best information possible on these new guns.